Hello all, welcome to the next video of practical sessions. So the next question is to replace all the missing values in the data frame with the 999. In the previous question what we learned was to replace the negative values with 0. Here we are going to replace the missing values with 999. So here also we are creating a data frame, import necessary modules, create the data frame using the dictionary you have created. Then what you have to do is you have to just use a function fill now. So you have to use a function fill now, and inside that you have to specify in which column you have to give the values. See, in ename and doj you have to specify. If there are no values, you can give 999. So you have to specify the column in which you have to give the alternative text. So once it is run executed, you can see that the null values are replaced with 999. See here, there was a null value, and corresponding to that date of birth you have null value 999 here. Now coming to the next question. This question is to import and export data between pandas and CSV files. So do you remember we learned about comma separated values? CSV file is comma separated values. We need only one function for doing this. So first you have to have the pandas, and to create the data frame you have to just use the function pd.readcsv, where emp.csv is already created file in an Excel, or you can create it in a notepad and just save it as .csv file. And from that Excel or from that text notepad, the data will be read and it will be stored in the df, and when you print the df it will be showing the output. So this is the content which was there in the emp.csv file. So recollect, CSV files are created either the help of Excel. You can either use Excel to create it, or you can use notepad to create it. So next is you are going to create a in the reverse form, that is you are creating a data frame and you are going to export it to the CSV file. So you create the data frame in program. We know how to create the data frame. So df1 is a data frame already created. Now what you are going to do is you are going to transfer this data frame to the CSV file. So for that you have the function df1 dot to CSV, and you give the name of the CSV file. So this file will be automatically created, and what will be the content? The content will be this value, that is the content of the data frame. So for checking it, you can just open the Excel file there, and will be able to see the content that you have just exported to the CSV file. So this is how it works. So this is how it works for CSV. Next question is to draw. This is related to that plotting section. We learned about data plotting and all. So here it is a plotting program. You have the school result data with you. You have to analyze the performance using a bar graph. You have to just give a bar graph for result analysis. So what you have to do is, first thing is importantly you have to import that library, which is the library we learned for plotting. It is matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So that import library has to be imported, and you have the data for the result analysis. That is, you have subject and percentage, and with the subject is a list containing the subjects, and percentage is a list containing marks. So after that you have to plot the bar graph using the function plt.bar. In that function, what you have to doing is you have to pass the x value as well as the y value. What is x value here? X value is the subject and y value is the percentage. So as parameters to the bar graph, you give the subject, percentage, and you have to give the alignment your wish. You can give the alignment left, right, or center, and you can give the color also. You can give the color also according to your wish. Once this bar graph has been given, bar function has been given, you have to give the labels for the x and y. So x label can be given as subject name and y label can be given as a past percentage. And also you use the function plt.title to get the title of the graph. So here the title I am giving is bar graph for result analysis. And once all these functions are done, you are ready for uploading the graph. You must use a function plt.show to display this graph on the screen. Unless you give this dot show function, it will not be displayed. So this is how the output will come. You can see you have the title, you have the x labels here, you have the y labels here, have the bar graph which is given as green, and you have the title also. Here you have the title also as bar graph for result analysis here. So you have to be careful that you have to give the plt show function, otherwise it will not be displayed. Another question, same thing for the data frames created above. Analyze and plot appropriate charts with title and legend. See here we are going to use again bar graph only. Here we have one section, that is S we have, and you have three different sections, that is science section, commerce section and humanities section. Here you are going to show the marks. So compare the marks of the semester, first semester for science, commerce and humanities. So you are having three lists separate, and this will be your x and this will be the y values. So we'll see how it is done. You use the plot bar function, where first one x is equal to np arrange, y x is equal to np arrange. So you are having three, you need how many values? Three values. Why? Because you are going to compare it with three different x values. See here you have three bar graphs. So in order to that check that, you have this x will be, now the x will be only 3. Why? Because the length of s is 3. So first you have the bar diagram to be calculated with the help of x and per percentage of science. So you will be plotting it with 1 and you will be plotting with 95. What is the first value in SC? It is a 95. So you will be calculating, you'll be showing it in that section, that is first value and the percentage of science. Similarly, the width is given, green color is also given. Similarly, for second one, that is x plus 0.25, you are giving for percentage of commerce. Again, for third one, you are giving for percentage of humanities. So you are shifting the position one by one. You can see here when the output comes, you start with 0. This will be the x, and the output first value of percentage of science was 95, so it came here. Second value of science is shown here. Third value of science is shown here. So this shows a comparison. Okay, 3, 5, and this distance is 0.25. So from starting, it is starting from x, and in the second case it is starting from x plus 2.5, and third position start from x plus 0.50. So this is how and you can use the x ticks. These are the tick marks. To show the tick marks, you can give it as x dot ticks, and this x label and y label we have seen to mark the labels of x axis and y axis. Title also we have to give, and legend. What do you mean by legend? This is the legend. Okay, the representation legend will be shown when you give for this plt.legend. And show function. Show function is of course used. Without the show function, the graph will not be displayed. So this is how you work with the bar graph. Okay.